Welcome back. Honda Motorsports took over the Bull Run Ranch in Cascade to market its new 2023 Pioneer 1006 side-by-side UTV. Now, numerous UTV outlets visited the ranch throughout the week to get a feel for how the new product handles, including ATV.com, Guns and Tactics, and Capper Outdoors. Well, the new side-by-side is meant to be an addition to a Honda line that promotes the working lifestyle on a farm or a ranch. And in tonight's Montana Agriculture segment, I took a ride to test the vehicle's versatility and get a feel for what local dealers had to say about the new product.
That power steering on it, it's effortless. Like, if they didn't warn me about it beforehand, I wouldn't have realized I was driving a side-by-side.
That's Chase Wadley, a representative from Yellowstone Motorsports in Bozeman. For the riding trails on Bull Run Ranch, power steering is a must. It was a day full of twists, turns, and getting a feel for a new product. And a new product that Colin Miller from Honda says is the perfect addition to a ranching or farming operation.
Right, you can actually have your full crew, whether you're out, tending your fences, rounding up your cattle, going through, working on your farm. You can take all of your crew out there with their gear, like you mentioned also too. You can load up the bed, so you can take all your supplies out there. You can even, if you need to grab a trailer, you can hook up the trailer. So it's a real versatile machine in that aspect.
The Bull Run Ranch gives you a taste of all different types of terrain, splashing through creeks, hitting some great views, or even moving that stray steer. Everything that you see here is practical for life in the wide open spaces.
Previously, they were 5-passenger. In the back, they had 2 seats, and that was where your 2 people sat in the back. So now you can have a lot more gear, or if you killed an animal, you have a spot to put the animal and your gear, or more people.
Scott Daly is from Sports City Cyclery in Great Falls. He raved about the added space and says that the side-by-side has similar features to last year's model. Yet, Honda still raves on its mission for reliability.
So we're the only ones in the space that use a dual clutch transmission, so no need to worry about a belt snapping and getting you stuck remotely. When we build it, when we test it, and we bring it to the customer and present the product, through our local dealers, that the customer knows it's going to last and it's going to be reliable for them.
For the hunter, family man, or working man, there is a use for this UTV in the backwoods of Montana.
Can't wait to actually sell some more of them, but it's a lot more fun than you realize, just being in a machine that's built for this stuff to where you can just spin a corner, hit a rock, and keep going.
Well, the 2023 Honda Pioneer 1006 crew has that dual clutch transmission like you heard in that story. There's no chain to worry about breaking while out and about. It can seat 5 comfortably, has an unlocking bed that allows for easy load and unload of materials, and lastly, it has a 2,500-pound towing capacity.
You always want to be calm, assertive, and happy when you're working with an animal. And this place brings it all together. There's no judgment on this place at all. Nobody judges anybody. I don't care who you are or what you're doing. We just try to help. That's all.
Blarney Heights Farm and White Hawk Healing work together to create a safe place for horse enthusiasts to learn the Montana lifestyle and how to work with cattle. The farm in Trigo creates a serene, safe setting for people to hone their skills without the pressure of competition.
There's no judgment. There's no times, so they're allowed to work with whatever they want to work with their animal at their speed.
The idea was sparked by the farm's history that was originally settled in 1896 by the Fortine family.
We feel that it's very important to honor the heritage and the history of this property. It's good for the cows to get worked, it's good for the horses to get worked, it gives us practice, and it's good to bring community together. That's kind of what we hope that this homestead has been here for over 130 years, and over time things have kind of grown up around it, but it's the one thing in Trigo that's kind of remained constant.
One of the lessons taught at ranch days is how to properly interact with animals. The goal is not to train and force the animals to work with cattle, but to get them to work with you.
I try to communicate with an animal and build a relationship. And what I do is I try to teach people to always put themselves in the animal's position and see the situation that they are in that second through the animal's eyes.
Participants learn a variety of skills through this event, but the main goal is to connect with animals, people, and the history of Montana.
And so we kind of feel like it's an unspoken calling, more or less, to kind of keep people together on a ranch and learning things that were, done as a daily thing back in those days.
In Trigo, Kiana Wilson, MTN News.